The doctor swore to me that he read the EKG correctly. Why then would the doctor and his insurance company pay my client millions of dollars to settle this case if, in fact, he read this correctly? You want to know the answer why? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. This gentleman was having significant chest pain, and now he was being worked up in his local emergency room. In the emergency room, they did the right thing. They did an electrocardiogram, an EKG. And the emergency room doctor reads the EKG and comes to the conclusion, you're fine. There's no heart attack, don't worry about it. But just to be safe, we're going to admit you to the hospital and then run a series of cardiac tests. And that was the absolute correct thing to do. So what's the big deal, you might be asking? The big deal was the emergency room doctor didn't read the EKG correctly. So how do we know this? We know this because the patient is told that everything is fine. All of his tests come back normal. And now, go follow up with a cardiologist. And he was given the name of a doctor to follow up with. So each and every month, he'd go back to the doctor with the same exact complaints. Doctor, I'm having chest pain. I'm having night sweats. I'm having pain in my chest. What should I do? What did the doctor do? He evaluated him, gave him some nitroglycerin under the tongue, and that alleviated the patient's pain. Well, guess what? Now it's 3 months after the initial onset of this problem, and he wakes up in the middle of the night, he's got sweat, he's cold, he's clammy, and he's got significant chest pain like an elephant sitting on his chest. He gets taken by ambulance to the same exact local emergency room. This time they put an EKG on him and realize he's having a massive heart attack. And this is a local hospital. They're not equipped to deal with this. So they immediately try and stabilize him and then send him off to a hospital in the city that they're affiliated with. And now, once he gets to the city, they say, you know what? You suffered a massive heart attack that killed off 70% of your heart. And now, this patient was severely disabled. This patient's heart was killed off, most of it. So now it inhibited and prevented him from doing his life's daily activities. During the course of this lawsuit, I had an opportunity to ask the original emergency room doctor questions about what he did and why. And I asked him, Doctor, when you saw this patient's electrocardiogram, what was your conclusion? He said, everything was normal. I said, now it's 2.5 years later. As you look at it today, what do you see? He said, I see everything is normal. I said, tell me why then the computer that reads and interprets this EKG and is there to assist you showed that this was an abnormal reading. He says, oh, I ignore that. I don't believe that at all. I have more clinical experience than any computer possible. He basically blew off the computer assistants. Okay, so why is it then that not one, not two, but 3 board-certified cardiologists looking at this EKG, all of whom said, this is an abnormal EKG. The doctor who read this EKG was 100% incorrect. So now let me go back to the original question I asked at the very beginning of this video. Why did the doctor and his insurance company pay my client millions of dollars to settle this case when the doctor swore up and down that he read it correctly? Had this doctor recognized that this patient had a significant cardiac problem, he then would have been sent for emergency surgery, where he would have had a cardiac bypass, a triple bypass surgery. And that would have alleviated the problem of developing a heart attack months down the road. So why do I share the story with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding about one particular case where I was able to help a gentleman and his family obtain compensation as a result of a doctor violating the basic standards of medical care. You know, I realize you're watching this video because you likely have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but you have questions that need to be answered first, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions just like yours every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a great day.